Hello, thank you for watching. I talk about not selling below cost, and I think it is the better alternative to minimum salary. So, all people, including workers, should not be paid below the cost of their work, and it that is going to be different every time, right? So I think it's a little bit more accurate and it's a little bit more doable because you get income from revenue, and if the revenue is low, that means if you pay the same amount of cost, that means you should do things or do this trick or that trick that's not gonna make everyone satisfied. It's dehumanizing, it's conflicting, it's full of conflict. It's not nice. It's just don't sell below cost. Now, what about intellectual property? Okay, the intellectual property, how do you determine the cost of intellectual property? Because for some people, let's say he live in a very scarce place, and he figure out how to create a well, and then like he bring water into the place. But in another place, it is pretty straightforward, right? It's so easy, it's so obvious, and making a well like that is so obvious, and you want to say, okay, the cost of that is actually is that the high one or the low one, right? If you share intellectual property easily, would that be selling below cost? That is the question. Now, if you the logic is, if you take the most expensive thing all the time, that means it's not realistic, because there in different parts of the world, their spontaneity is actually other world's intellectual property. So that is not exactly free market as well. But also, we don't want, like, people are not getting paid for their solutions in the world. So I think the system, the right way, the obvious right way, is going to be related to royalties. Okay, how much of those are going to be used to solve problems, and you share the benefit that comes with it, right? I think that is the answer in terms of intellectual property. Basically, I'm saying intellectual property should be rewarded by royalties and not lump sum payment at the beginning. That lump sum probably would be in terms of royalty, actually.